Okay, y'all ready to see what's up with FDMG and the bandos? I am. Let's get to it. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury, here where reality checks are free. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right, y'all. We back here on Umar Johnson's helmet. Let me change some real quick. We back on Umar Johnson's helmet today because he promised everybody something, right? This whole what was it? This new announcement he had for the anniversary of the purchase of FDMG, okay? And we're going to get into it, right? Of course, before I get into it, I also want to talk about Corey Holcomb, but not today. Probably like maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I want to talk about Corey Holcomb because, man, Corey Holcomb, say what you will about the debate he had between Anton Daniels and himself, but after the debate, some things has transpired, and it seems like Corey Holcomb is in a bad way. Some things have come out about him that don't have him in the best light. You know what I mean? Of course, a lot of people say, well, you did this to him or her, but you didn't do this to him. And yeah, it's a bunch of stuff going on now. I like to talk about it, but not today, okay? Today, we got to focus on the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
You sure about that?
Yeah, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. He went live, I think, Sunday. Now, a lot of people were expecting him to go live Saturday, which was the 7th, the anniversary. Okay, Lenon Honor went live. And I think some other people went live in anticipation of this announcement that he had. Of course, he did not do it. I think because he knew people were going to be doing their reactions to it if he went live. So he waited, and I don't think he did this. He might have did this at the school. He might not have, okay? But in any case, I got some videos I want to run, and then we will get to the actual video that he did live, okay? There's some videos I want to react to by Lenon Honor and myself and some other people to kind of fill in, get you up to speed to the live stream he did. Of course, before I do, okay, y'all know what to do. Y'all want to donate, all right? Hit the Cashapp. It's pinned to the top of the live chat, okay? Of course, hit the join button down below to become a part of the Working Man Union. I call my group the Union, all right? If you want to become a member, just $5 a month, hit the join button down below. Of course, you can super chat or you can Cash App, which I already said, all right? And after the video, if you're on a replay gang, hype the live stream, hype the video up, right, to get more engagement. Of course, y'all get into the chat. Don't be ninja watching, all right? We already got 12,000 people in here. Don't ninja watch. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get in the live chat, and start chopping it up, all right? So before we get into this, all right, before we get into it, let us make sure that we recognize the reason for the season, okay? How about this right here? Let's look at this, okay? This is his post from January 2010. We got to bring this up because, again, it's part of the discussion. Now, shout out to Lenon Honor because I screenshot this from one of his videos, all right? This is January 6th of 2010. This is from his official Instagram page from years ago. It says, promises in 2010 to begin laying groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan-African School specializing in black boys. Wait a minute. Black boys specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behavior disorders. This will be a private school. And yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. Grand opening 911. 2013. This is chess, not checkers.
You sure about that?
Yes. Chess, not checkers. And since then, he has amassed a bunch of donations, which we'll get into the donations here in just a second. All right. Let me go back to the main screen here. Now, since then, he has promised to open his school several times. Let me go to the other image where he always talks about all these dates that he had. Let's go back here. Now, since September 11th of 2013, he has changed the date of the school right here 28 times, but we know now it's up to 29, even 30 times. Because of the date he has now, he's going to, he says he's going to go for the certificate of occupancy, right? So it should be 2026, sometime this year, he's going to open the school, right? Of course, you know that's not going to happen. And so he said that he had what? He said he had an announcement to make. So let me go here. Let me go here to Safari. Bam. Now, this is Umar Johnson's Instagram page. Now, this is a live stream he did. We're going to go to that here momentarily. But down here, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. This is a post. Support truly independent Pan-African academies. PayPal.me, FDMG Academy. Of course, there's the address in Wilmington, Delaware. He's also bringing back the Loyal Donors Club. You see here, FDMG Bronze membership, FDMG Silver membership, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. And all different links for PayPal so that you can become a regular member and donate regularly to the cause. Okay? Let me go down here some more, see if I can find some more nuggets here for you guys. Oh, by the way, to get the black women, because of course he's going to have multiple wives, right? Black women have the highest divorce rate, 26.8 per 1,000 women on a first date. He says he's going to save the world one wife at a time.
You sure about that?
Yeah. One wife at a time. He's going to change the world, change the black community. Yes, indeed. Let's go back up here. February 7th, he declares. Let me go here to the captions. You can read it better. Wait a minute. Let me go back over here. Here we go. January 7th, Carter G. Woodson found Negro History Week to teach the African-American people their own history and to reclaim the narrative from white historians who claim blacks had no worthwhile history. On February 10, 1976, during the bicentennial of America's birth, President Gerald Ford declares Black History Month. Yada, 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 yada. And he's talking about, here we go, on the centennial of Negro History Week, after 7 years of hard-fought struggle and perseverance, offset with sabotage, defamation, and betrayal, and jealousy of every kind, renovations have finally been completed at the FDMG Academy. Umar announces that an application for final building inspections and certificate of occupancy will be submitted before the close of Black History Month. The struggle continues. Where is it?
Target down!
The struggle continues. Now, this February 7th, he had another post. Let me go to this one. He says here, FDMG is ready. 100th Black History Month edition, Black Parent Teleconference, Autism, ADHD, Eval, Behavior, IEP, Due Process, Charter School, Emotional disturbance, and Intellectual Disability. Sunday, February 8th at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And of course, he will fill any questions. Occasional questions from IG Live tap-ins will also be allowed. King Kong. And then he did the teleconference, as you can see. All right? So, like I said, he's been getting donations from the people. Let me see if I can find, I got to find the right video. Let me go back here. I got to find the right video real quick. I want to find the one from Lenon Honor. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe we got to talk about that too right there. All right. We want to talk about the donation money. Now, shout out to Lenon Honor. Okay. He did a video. This is from Lenon Honor. If you donated to Umar Johnson, do not watch this. Shout out to Lenon Honor. Of course, by the way, he's doing a live stream this evening, so y'all might want to tap in later on, right? After this is over and get some more knowledge from the great Lenon Honor. But let's listen to this real quick about the money that you might have donated. This is 8 minutes. We're going to try to speed through it. Let me put it on 2 times speed. We're going to try to get through it, all right? Let's go.
Academy donation on April 14, 2014.
I want to say thank you to all my donors. Where are my donors at? How many of y'all been donating since the first fundraiser, April the 14th, St. Louis 2014?
On November 4th, 2024, Umar Johnson said the following on It's Up There podcast.
Now, mind you, Black Lives Matter raised what? $100 million? I don't think they ever got audited. We never broke $1 million. We got audited the year before last, and we had to show them everything. The man was
You
like,
ain't broke $1 million?
Nah, close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
He said he hasn't broken $1 million, right? But you'll see the breakdown every year. He know if he filed his paperwork correctly with the taxes and everything, his, I think, Form 99 or whatever it is, he had to show how much donation money he had every year from the time he started until last year, 2025, right? Let's get to it.
What Umar Johnson is saying is that by November of 2024, he had not raised $1 million for FDMG Academy.
We never broke $1 million. We got audited the year before last, and we had to show them everything. The man was
You
like,
ain't broke $1 million?
Nah, close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
Even though Umar Johnson claims that he had not raised $1 million by November of 2024, video evidence, interview evidence, podcast evidence, lecture evidence, and IRS nonprofit financial records prove that Umar Johnson had raised well over $1 million by November of 2024. For this video, we will specifically examine online records related to the purchase price of the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, Umar Johnson's own words, and Umar Johnson's IRS filings for the years 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. On February 9, 2019, Umar Johnson announced that he had acquired abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware.
Brothers and sisters, I'm glad to announce right here today on Saturday, February the 9th, 2019 Black History Month, that the location of the first Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will be in the great state where Marcus Garvey incorporated the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation. Marcus Garvey incorporated the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation in the state of Delaware, 1919. And Dr. Umar Johnson, with the funds donated and invested in him by our people, have purchased the first Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy in the great state of Delaware, 2019.
In the school announcement video, Umar Johnson did not disclose how much money he spent to acquire the abandoned buildings. Online records show the purchase price as $400,000. In an interview on the Lord Jamar Godcast dated October 12, 2020, the topic of the purchase price was brought up.
You end up purchasing 2 buildings, yes?
4 buildings.
4 buildings, okay. For about
2 schools, 4 buildings.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than
$400,000 he purchased these 3 buildings. It's not 4 buildings, it's 3. If you look at the layout and I guess the overhead or whatever on the internet, it's not 4 buildings, it's 3 buildings, 2 schools, I guess, for $400,000. And he had $1 million at this point, I believe. So if he spent $400,000, he had excess money left to start renovations, even though he didn't start them right away because he was going on tour after he bought the buildings, right? And still taking care of other things like probably his mom, rental cars, food, clothing, things of that nature, right? All with donation money because he did not have a job.
Matt.
Okay. Well,
Notice that Umar Johnson stated that the purchase price was more than $400,000. Umar Johnson did not reveal exactly how much more the purchase price was. However, in a video from March 3rd, 2019, Umar Johnson states the following.
Go right ahead, black man. What's your question?
Well, first of all, I'm just honestly happy that you got your school. When I heard that you got it on one of your live Instagram feeds, I honestly couldn't believe it, and the price that you got it for. I'm just like, wow, this is actually happening.
You said the price that I got it for. What's the price I got it for, brother Ace?
I think you said 700,000, and it was it was supposed to be $1 million, something like that.
Yes, sir. We got it reduced. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct. Around that amount.
In this video, Umar Johnson asks the caller, what's the price that I got it for? The caller responds, I think you said $700,000. Umar Johnson agrees with that figure, but then replies, around that amount.
Well, what's the price I got it for, brother Ace?
I think you said 700,000, and it was supposed to be $1 million, something like that.
Yes, sir. We got it reduced. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct. Around that amount.
For this video, we will reasonably accept the figure of $700,000 as factual and establish that the FDMG purchase price was around $700,000. Therefore, we can state that by February 9, 2019, Umar Johnson had raised at least $700,000 to purchase the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. With $700,000 established as the minimum amount of donation money raised, we can now review Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 return for the year 2020. The Form 990 is an organization exempt from income tax document that must be submitted to the IRS in order to maintain nonprofit status. Umar Johnson's nonprofit status, associated with the FDMG Academy, allows Umar Johnson to collect FDMG Academy donations without having to pay taxes on the money raised. Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 shows that Umar Johnson reported to the IRS that he received no FDMG Academy donations for the year 2020. However, under the Part 10 balance sheet section, Umar Johnson reported that he had $518,048 cash in a non-interest-bearing account at the beginning of 2020. This cash would include the donations raised in 2019 and whatever money Umar Johnson had left over after purchasing the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware for around $700,000. Logically, therefore,
this man first says 400,000, then he says 700,000. And then he says, okay, well, on his tax form, he says he has an excess of over $500,000 in a non-interest bearing account. Now, because this is a nonprofit organization, he cannot get profits off of the money he's raising. So that's why it's in a non-interest bearing account. Most of you probably know that already. Okay. And so this was 2020 when this started, 2019, 2020, when he first purchased the buildings. And again, he's been raising money ever since then for years now. It's 2026. He obtained the buildings in 2019, and he started raising money back in 2013. Okay? And so now, looking back at it now, you saw the tour that he did, or actual mini tour. You saw the live I did a few days ago, and you saw all the videos I posted. You seen the inside of the school. You seen the gym. It's still not fully functional. Still don't have desk in there. Still doesn't have it ready to operate as a school. And he's been at this for how long now? It's been now 7 years. Let's continue.
we can add the 2019 purchase price of around $700,000 to the remaining cash in the non-interest-bearing account of $518,048. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the beginning of 2020 was $1,218,048. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2021 shows that Umar Johnson raised $177,892 in 2020 and $116,585 in 2021. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $177,892 to the IRS on his 2020 Form 990 return, we can add the $177,892 to the total FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2020 was $1,395,940. We can now add the $116,585 raised in 2021 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2021 was $1,512,525. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return for the year 2022 shows that Umar Johnson raised $0 in donations. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2023 shows that Umar Johnson raised $121,646 in 2022 and $204,822 in donations in 2023. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $121,646 to the IRS on his 2022 Form 990 return, we can add the $121,646 to the total FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2022 was $1,634,171. $221. We can now add the $204,822 raised in 2023 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2023 was $1,838,993. Umar Johnson's Form 990 document for the year 2024 shows that Umar Johnson raised $84,506 in 2024. We can now add the $84,506 raised in 2024 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2024 was $1,923,499.
Umar Johnson at the end of 2024 had almost $2 million. Allegedly, okay? If Lenon Honor, if his approximate facts, his approximate math here is correct, Umar Johnson has raised upwards of $2 million to renovate this school, minus the $700 that he had to pay for the school, okay? He has amassed almost $2 million to pay for the school, to renovate it fully for 2026, to have desks, to have the AC done, to have all systems renovated, as he always likes to say, have the outside fully, no power washed and no mold redone, and the grounds fully, redone, everything. The school at this point should be ready to enroll students, but it's not there yet. It is not there yet. So we're going to go to the next video. Where is it? Now, at the end of the last video I did, he was talking about how he had different phases, okay? First of all, let's go to my video right here, the Working Man Pockets, of course, all right? And this is where he makes the announcement, and then at the end, no, this is the announcement video, okay? Let's go to that. Transparency.
7th anniversary of FDMG, the 100th anniversary of Black History, I will be going live to make an announcement regarding the school. So that's number one. That's number one. Make sure you join my Instagram. Make sure you join my Instagram of Black History. I will be going live to make an announcement regarding the school. So that's number one.
Okay. So he said he's going to make an announcement on the anniversary of the school, which was February 7th. He did not do that. He posted on his Instagram page, right? He posted that FDMG was ready and that he was going to do a parent teleconference on the 8th. This was his big announcement, I guess, that FDMG is ready and that they're going to, what? They're going to have, where is it? He's going to do an inspection by the close of Black History Month. He is going to have submitted the certificate of occupancy. Not that they're going to have the certificate to start enrolling students. He's going to apply for the certificate of occupancy. And so what happens is, if this doesn't happen, if he doesn't get the certificate of occupancy, what will be the excuse then? Y'all saw the tour, right? Let's go to the tour. Let's go to, because y'all might not know what the school looks like. I uploaded this. Let's check this out. Let me put it on mute, okay? And let's walk through it. Let's go to the part where he's inside the school, okay? He's in the gym talking about we're going to have a freaking basketball tournament. The women come through. We have a female basketball tournament, and the women put on their basketball shorts, and we're going to have a tournament for the ladies. Okay, of course, he's always promoting to the women. By the way, hit the like button, okay? Stop ninja watching here. We got 3,200 people in the box. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, get in the chat, start talking, y'all. All right, let's get it. Now, to the gym side.
Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Nat Turner, Gymnatorium.
Gymnatorium.
Welcome to the Jean-Jacques
New word.
Dessalines, Nat Turner, Gymnatorium.
Gymnatorium.
Where the school at? We in the school. Where the school at? We in the school.
We in the school.
Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy.
Yes.
Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters.
Hit your PayPal.
Where the school at? The school right here.
Right here.
Where the school at? The school right here. Stop playing with me, brothers and sisters. Stop playing games with the mission of saving our children. It ain't no games to be played. Stop playing games. It ain't no games to be played. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Georgia Africans, my Texas Africans, my Mississippi Africans. You see Ogun, you a midnight basketball.
Here we go. Wait a minute.
Here and the John Jock Dessalines, Nat Turner. Who want to play one-on-one with me? Where my queens at?
Here we go.
$100 donation. Put on your basketball outfit, and we going to play one-on-one to 21. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Butter almond, butter pecan, sweet brown sugar, agave, cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh, one-on-one midnight basketball with King Kong. Let me give.
All right, here we go inside. Check this out. This was the sexy office, right?
With the R.
He's always talking about the women. Now, first going to be a basketball tournament. Now he's saying we're going to have this is going to be the teacher, the principal's office. And if y'all act bad, y'all female staff, you act bad, you'll come here and get paddled. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Principal's office.
There we go.
Welcome to the principal's office. Ladies, you must behave in this school, or you will be called to the principal's office and you will be paddled with the RBG paddle. Welcome to the principal's conference room. Welcome to the principal's conference room. Welcome to the principal's conference room. This is where we have our strategy sessions to reconstruct the psyche of African children, brothers and sisters. We not playing.
And you know, again, y'all, he panders to the women so hard. Like he panders to black women, to single mothers especially, because they need help with their children, things like that. We understand that, right? He's promoting himself to the impoverished community, mainly Wilmington, Delaware, and others, where he says, y'all, we're going to be the black mecca of education. Bring your children here, and they'll be taught how to be upstanding young men and how to be warriors and nation builders and all that bullshit, right? And then he says we're going to have Amy Garvey building, and we're going to teach the women how, to do X, Y, Z, how to, be midwives and all this other kind of crap, right? But he's always pandering to women, especially the single mothers, right? We're going to do a basketball tournament with the women, a midnight basketball tournament, by the way, with the women come. What is going on after midnight, what's open, hospitals and legs, right? So he wants to do a basketball tournament in midnight for the women. And then he comes in the office right here, this empty office, and said this is going to be the principal's office, where if you're a staff member and you'll be bad, you're going to get paddled.
You sure about that?
You're going to get paddled, right? And now let's look at the hallway.
We're not playing with y'all.
Not playing.
No more games.
All that crap in the back. Let me get a still photo here. All this, what is this? You see this? Okay, he's got some, it look like he might have some tiles in there, right? He's got the hallway painted, but there's still, this like a shopping cart. He's got busted ceiling tiles on the floor. He hasn't really cleaned up yet. What's a shopping cart doing? There's gonna be bums in there. You see this?
Oh, more.
A shopping cart, a mop probably, or a broom down there. There's debris they've been cleaning up.
More games. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. Welcome to the Parent Center. This is the Parent Center. If you are the parent of an FDMG Pan-Africanist, if you are the parent of an FDMG Pan-Africanist and you don't feel like going home to be bothered with your nagging husband or nagging wife, you can come hang out in the Parent Center. There's going to be a television. There's going to be books. There's going to be a couch.
By the way, what teacher, what principal that says, you know what, if your spouse is nagging you, implying that these marriages, these relationships, I mean, they all have hard times, right? But to imply that publicly, that your school can be a refuge for people with relationship issues. I mean, what? Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. That your school can be a refuge to get away from other people's spouses. Isn't that diabolical? And this also speaks to the mind of Umar Johnson. Okay, not only is it going to be a school, but it's also going to be a hangout. You can come and you can, get away from your wife or your husband or your significant other, your partner, if you will. By the way, this poll, okay, is FDMG ready for inspection? 2% says yes, 70% says no, and 27% says yes for a certificate of bandos. Certificate of bandos. Ain't no fucking way. I think a certificate of bando. I think he'll get the certificate of bandos for sure. But let's continue with this.
Refrigerator, there's going to be snacks, and all of our parents can come and hang out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Where the school at?
Oh, yes.
Where the school at? We're gonna show you where the school at. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Okay, now you're talking about Don. Now he's singing. Now let's get to the part where because he adds some new phases to the school, right? We gotta talk about that here, the new phases of the school. All right, where we at?
Get your mind out the gutter. I'm talking about the Cinnabons you eat at the store. The Cinnabons are in the Philadelphia, Delaware area. Because she's light-skinned, now you are 159899858. You could text me at 215-989-9858. Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club. Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club.
We cannot forget about the Instagram Book Club, where he's going to have a book club every quarter. Now, if you sign up for Instagram, if you sign up for his paid Instagram, you're automatically part of the book club. But you also can have meetups every quarter. Now, remember the rules, y'all. He's going to have a test on every book, starting with The Miseducation of the Negro. That's the first book, right? He's going to have a test every time they have a book club meeting in person. If you miss the first test, you won't be able to go to the next meetup. You have to go to the next one. And if you miss 2 tests in a row, that means you can't come back to the following year for the next quarter.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Right? Don't forget about that. By the way, y'all, I got 67,000 people in the box. All right. Hit that like button. Hit that Cash App. Somebody start the super chats up, right? If you like the content, then you know what to do.
Donations.
I need it.
Donations.
We're not because we
donations.
Remember, we're gracious, but we're not content. All right. Now, I want to go to here, back to Lenon Honor, because he added some phases to the operation and restoration, all that. Remember that, okay? Shout out to Lenon Honor. Let's get to the new phases he's added to the school. Let's go.
Brothers and sisters, we can't stop now. We have to keep on going because we have the school, but the school has to be renovated. So there's 3 stages in this process. There's acquisition, there's restoration, there's operations.
Remember that. Acquisition, restoration, and operation.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
3 phases. Now there's 4. Check it out. Check it out.
There is acquisition, there's restoration, there is operations. There is acquisition, okay? There is restoration, and there is operation. We have acquired the building. We have succeeded in our first goal. It took us 4.5 years, but everything is in divine timing, brothers and sisters. We have acquired the school. So keep on donating, brothers and sisters.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Malika W. Y'all check this out, y'all, in the chat. She says, and shout out to you, Malika. Malika W., if you're still in here. She says, Saturday, I asked Umar, where are the desks and registration office? He sent a private message on IG, says, D's nuts, and then he blocked me. He's so disrespectful, and anyone that supports him needs help. Wow. So you asked him where are the desk and the registration office? Because remember, y'all, I believe user 225 here entered the chat. I believe he was the one that offered to bring Umar. You got a screenshot of that? Okay. If you would, please. Malika, if you, I guess you're still in the chat. If you would, please go to, where's my email? If you go to my channel, you go down to the, my description box, the email, wfment19@gmail.com. Email me that screenshot because I would love to show that to the people today or in another production of this, please. See, if you don't mind, email me that, please. I'd like to show the people this because this is what Umar Johnson does. Remember, he was supposed to get this man offered to give him a truckload full of desks for students. And all the man asked for, because he was bringing a semi from, I forgot what part of America he was coming from. But this man said, if you just pay for my gas, my fuel, right, then I can bring these desks out here for your school. I think he had like 100 or so desks, not enough for a whole school, but enough for a different classroom, stuff like that, right? And so Umar, kept replying back to him, and at a certain point, he fell off, and he just stopped talking to him. This man, every time somebody gives Umar Johnson actual help, he never takes it. Like the one lady gave him $10,000 in a bus. Now, if you looked at the videos, I think Jay Witt and other people, when they did the tour of the school, that bus is sitting on the side of the road. Now it's completely gutted. I think the glass broken, the batteries have been stolen. It's raggedy now. And when she first gave this man the bus, I'm sure it was fully operational. Now he took the $10,000 and he didn't do shit with the bus. And now the bus just sitting there collecting dust, rusting away, right? So Umar Johnson doesn't really want help. Every turn he just wants money. The $6,000 he took from the woman Marianne Lauren was talking about, the $6,000 he stole from this woman, this single mother with I think 4 or 5 children. She had life savings of like $6,000. She somehow gave this man access. And the next thing you know, hold on, let me pull up my email address. Let me pull it up so I can send. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on a second here. Let me find it. Make sure I'll put it in the chat so you can copy it and you can send it to me. All right. Let me get to it here. Channel, go here. Copy that. All right, I'll put it in the chat here. I put it in the chat right here for you, Malika, and send it to me, all right? There we go. There you go. If you see it, go ahead and send it to that email address right there. I got you. All right. Let's go back to the phases right here of the operations.
So we have gotten acquisition, renovation, acquisition, rehabilitation of the school. We will be going for our final building inspections this month, God willing. And then we have 2 more stages, decorations and renovations. Are y'all ready?
Now he went from acquisition, restoration, and operation to acquisition, rehabilitation, decorations, and renovations.
Ain't no way.
So
ain't no fucking way.
We got the acquisition part out the way, of course, because we spent the $700,000, however much it costs to get to school. Rehabilitation, which should be restoration, or how should we put this? Renovation, right? So now we got that out of the way. Now he wants to decorate. Now he's declared that we're going to get the certificate of occupancy, or in Jesus' name, I guess. Now we're going to decorations, which how's that even a thing? And renovations. Let's continue.
Decorations. We've accomplished acquisition. We purchased the school. We accomplished renovations. We're ready for our final inspection. Now we got to go to decorations, brothers and sisters. We got to raise money for the decorations.
So there's 3 stages in this process. There's acquisition, there's restoration, there's operations. There is acquisition, there's restoration, there's operations. There is acquisition, okay? There is restoration, and there is operation. We have acquired the building.
So we have gotten acquisition, renovation, acquisition, rehabilitation of the school. We will be going for our final building inspections this month, God willing. And then we have 2 more stages, decorations and renovations. Are y'all ready for decorations? We've accomplished acquisition. We purchased the school. We accomplished renovations. We're ready for our final inspection. Now we got to go to decorations, brothers and sisters. We got to raise money for the decorations.
Y'all see it, right? It was acquisition, restoration, operation. Now it's acquisition, renovation, decorations. I'm sorry. Yeah. Man, let me go back. He made a typo right there. We can put no biggie. Renovation, rehabilitation, renovations, decoration. Okay. All right. So again, we're back here now to Umar Johnson's Instagram page. And he did a live stream right here. But we're not going to play this, right? Because, well, I read it off of IG that I can always do. Shout out to Enterprise Entertainment.
Donations.
Shout out to Enterprise Entertainment.
Donations.
I live in Delaware. Work near Wilmington. I have done counter video 3 times to his IG lives. I'm on an exposing tour. Well, I hope you are. Shout out to Enterprise Entertainment for the 5. Appreciate that, brother. Now, let me go back to the main screen for just a second, because we got to bring up the video in question for the day. All right, let's see here. Screen. Let's go to the QuickTime player. All right. This is the live stream that he did. Now, the first half is talking about FDMG. The next part of it is the parent teleconference, which I'd like to get into the teleconference as well if you all want to stick around and watch it. All right. But the first part is the most important, where he's talking about FDMG. So y'all let me know in the chat. You want to keep going with the teleconference? You want me to just stop at the FDMG and then we can call it a day there, all right? If so, we'll keep going with the teleconference because people start calling in and they start talking about, problems they got with the children, all that. If you want to keep going with that, we can. If not, like I said, we'll stop when he stops with the FDMG bit, all right? So that being said, let's get into the latest and greatest from the Prince of Scam Africanism. Hold on, y'all. Before we continue on with this, because he's gonna be going. He's trying to set up his live stream. I want to go to, because Malika just dropped the receipt for me. We're gonna have to check this out. Let's go. Where is it? This is the screenshot of what Umar Johnson sent this woman. Okay, where is it? No, not that one. There we go. Okay. I got you, Malika. I got you. Here we go. Check this out, y'all. Dr. Umar Johnson, today at 7:41 p.m. I guess you said this was the maybe Sunday or Saturday. These nuts. Umar Johnson, 1.2 million followers, 27K post. She sent him a message. And you see what this man sent? See that? These nuts. Now, Malika, I don't know if there's any more part of the, you said you was maybe you was in his live stream, talking to talk, and he DM'd you and sent this to you. I assume that's what happened. I don't know if there was any more conversation in this. It was just this and that's it. But if so, that was extremely disrespectful of this man. And, you know, for him to be like, okay, well, Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never, and all that, you know, he's always rallying behind Black women. And this is what he does. He sends a woman, and I assume, Malika, I assume, you know, you're an African-American woman, right? Or of African-American descent, right? And he sends these nuts. This is the type of man that wants to lead our community, right? This is the type of man that's going to lead your boys to be leaders of their respective communities, okay? That's going to teach the girls how to be, you know, young freedom fighters. Going to teach the men how to be nation builders, okay? And this is what he sends to the young ladies out there when he gets confronted with truth or gets confronted with a dissenting opinion on his message. This is what you get. This is what you get. Amazing. Amazing. So let's get back to the video, y'all. I had to show you that. Shout out to Malika for sending me the receipt. All right. You called the teleconference, he didn't even answer. Wow. Wow. He didn't even answer. And let's see here. All the key. Oh yeah, he's gonna make an announcement. All right, let's continue.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade. This is the Black History Month edition of the Black Parent Know Your School Rights Teleconference. If you have any questions or concerns about education or mental health for your children, sons or daughters, this is your opportunity to ask that question. Text your name and your city to 215-989-9858. Text your name and your city to 215-989-9858. Text your name and your city to 215-989-9858. No volume. Y'all can't hear me? Give me some fists or some hearts if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, by the way, Malika, I don't know if you're part of the Cookie Crush chat over there with Lenon Honor, but he's also doing a live stream later on today. I don't know if you watch his content, but make sure you go over there and you drop this receipt over there too, so that more people can get the word. So we can get the word out to more people about how he's treating, you know, the women out here. Okay.
I need to know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I believe that you all can hear me. So again, this is only about children. Children. I will do a couple of Instagram live tap-ins, but we will mostly be calling folks up. If you have a question about your son or daughter, autism, behavior, grades, racism, evaluations, IEPs, 504s, whatever your concern is involving your children, now is the time. Let me also remind everybody that the Dr. Umar online Black Book Club is popping off. You have to subscribe to my Instagram, $9.99 a month. If you subscribe to my Instagram, that automatically puts you in the Dr. Umar Instagram book club. This is the first book we're reading. The Miseducation of the Negro by the father of Black History Month, the founder of Negro History Week, which we celebrated 100 years for yesterday, February 7th, 1926 to February 7th, 2026. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Make sure you get you a copy of Miseducation of the Negro. Read the first 3 chapters. I will be dropping the date soon for the first Instagram members only, Dr. Umar IG Book Club, study and discussion session number 1. So this book has many
Andre
different
Freeman,
covers.
what up?
Don't worry about the
I see
cover.
you.
It comes in many different covers. It's one of the most printed books in Black history. So just make sure you get the name right. Miseducation of the Negro, Dr. Carter. I'm sure why y'all can barely hear me. My volume is all the way up, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So Instagram Book Club, you're automatically in it if you subscribe to my Instagram. $9.99 a month. First study and discussion group coming soon. So let's go to the parents. And before I go to the parents, let me say this. I want to thank all the FD.
All right, here we go. He's about to start talking about FDMG now. See, go back a little bit. This is where he starts talking about FDMG, I believe. 513. I went too far. He starts talking about FDMG now. All right, by the way, the poll. Is FDMG ready for inspection? 3% said no. I'm sorry, 3% said yes. 72% said no. And 25% said yes for a certificate of bando. Make sure you get your vote in. And by the way, if you like the content, or if you're still here and you want to donate, or like I said, become a channel member, hit the Cash App. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Hit the Cash App. Donations are all appreciated. They're all appreciated because
donations.
All appreciated, all right?
Donations.
Like Umar Johnson said, I'm gracious, but I'm not content, all right? I do this for fun, but I also do it for funds. Let's continue.
Let me say this. I want to thank all the FDMG donors. I want to thank all of the FDMG donors. Yesterday, I announced that we completed the renovations on the school. 7 long, hard years of struggle, but we arrived. So thank you to all my donors from the continent of Africa, all my brothers and sisters around the continent of Africa who stood with us, okay, since we took our first donation in April of 2014. It'll be 12 years since the first donation in April of 2026. It took us 5 years to get the building.
This man said he has been collecting donations for 12 years. He has been getting donations for 12 years, all right? Now, let me go back to Lenon Honor's video. Let me go back here. Because Lenon Honor has been doing, let me find it. Because Lenon Honor has been doing he did it from, God dog it. Okay, yeah. Lenon Honor's been doing this has been showing the receipts since 2019. If we go here, since 2019, building purchase price of $700,000 all the way up to 2024, okay? He has gotten $1,923,499 approximately. Okay? Now this was tallied up since 2019. To get up from 2014 to the time he bought the school in 2019, he raised upwards of $1 million, 700, 800,000, maybe, no give or take, right? He buys the school after he gets shut down from all the crowdfunding sites. GoFundMe and other people start shutting him down. They start handing out refunds because he get ready to get shut down because people was taking so long. So he finally buys these broke down ass schools, and then he's been on a freaking restoration campaign or renovation campaign ever since, right? Okay. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to Umar Johnson. All right. At the quick time. All right.
7 years to renovate the building. And now we will be applying for our inspection and certificate of occupancy before Black History Month ends. Hopefully we'll pass that without too many hiccups. And then we will start decorating the inside of the building. Please send in your donations. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Checks and money orders payable to P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. For all of you who are sending me regular monthly donations, we need you to start that up again. I asked you guys to hold off when we got debanked. I asked you guys to hold off back in August when we got debanked.
Now, remember some months ago in the thick of all the drama he had going on last year with his daughter, with who was it? The one lady, I keep forgetting her name. But the one lady came out that was taking care of him take care of his mother, and she was also they also had a bit of a relationship going on. In my opinion, they had a bit of a relationship going on, right? So yeah, now they got debanked. They were holding his money or something. They froze his account. They froze his personal account, and they froze his FDMG account. And that went on for like a month. So he told people to hold off on sending their regular donations, i.e. the Loyal Donors Club and all that kind of stuff. He told everybody to stop. But now that he's got the buildings back, he's paid all his bills because remember they had the note on the door too, right? I'm sorry, thank you. Miss Lene. He had the drama with Miss Lene. He had the drama with the school about to be taken. He had the drama with his daughter, all that kind of stuff. And everything seemed to happen all at once. Then they froze bank accounts. They froze his personal account and the FDMG account. So he had to stop giving out donations. Oh, by the way, some months before that, they shut down the Cashapp. So all he has now is the PayPal and the money orders, the P.O. box. So now he's got to do the book club now. He's starting back up the Loyal Donors Club. Now he's got the bank back. Oh, by the way, he's got a black bank now. All right, he's now with the white bank now. Now he's with a black bank. Where is it?
You sure about that?
Black bank. Okay? All right. Well.
Okay, we are no longer debanked. We are now with a black bank. So please start those automatic donations. Again, we depended on those donations to get these renovations done, and we're going to depend.
Oh, by the way, Andre Freeman, I also believe those figures are underestimated. But of course, I don't believe Umar Johnson's been truthful with his figures already. So the figures that Lenon Honor got was from the stuff that's public that's actually been made public, his IRS filings, right? So we don't know what he actually got, but that's what he filed, okay? Because he could have more money somewhere else. They said he's got checks laying around the house. Lene said he's got checks and money orders laying around, so he might have more money stashed somewhere else. That's just the stuff he actually reported. So I believe it's underestimated too, but that's on purpose by Umar Johnson.
On those donations to get these decorations done, to furnish the school, the desks, the books, all the supplies we need for our children, school uniforms, you name it. So please start back up with the donations. PayPal.net.
I remember that. Who is that? I can't pronounce your name. 945. Now I remember that. I think that was like maybe a couple years ago when he went on, I believe, the Cocktails of Queens, or he went on one of those shows, and he told this individual that they look nice. Now, to be fair, I don't think Umar Johnson knew who this person was, okay? But in any case, the spin was that Umar Johnson knew exactly who this person was, and he was complimenting this individual on the looks, knowing the type of lifestyle they lead. Now, I'm using coded language for YouTube, but y'all get it, right? I'm pretty sure this video is still on YouTube. You can look it up. It was on Fox Soul. I don't know if it was Cocktails of Queens or one of those debate shows they have on Fox Soul. And they had an individual on there that some people will call a pretendian, if you will. Okay, and I'll just leave it right there. But they came on there, and Umar Johnson complimented this individual, not knowing the type of lifestyle they led. And well, yeah, that it didn't look good for Umar Johnson.
me/FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. So celebrating 100 years of Black History Month and celebrating the completion, finally, of the renovations.
So Umar Johnson says on Sunday, February 8th, at the parent-teacher conference he has on live Instagram, he says that renovations are complete.
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
He says the renovations are complete. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
At the Frederick Douglass and Mark.
Hold on.
And see if they.
I went too far.
And
Need to be loyal.
Went too far. Let me find it.
5. Certificate of occupancy. Sure why y'all can barely hear me. My volume is.
Dadgum. Hold on.
I want to thank all of the FDMG donors. Yesterday, I announced that we completed the renovations on the school. 7 long, hard years of struggle, but we arrived. So thank you to all my donors from the continent of Africa, all my brothers and sisters around the continent of Africa who stood with us. Okay, since we took our first donation in April of 2014, it'll be 12 years since the first donation in April of 2026. It took us 5 years to get the building, 7 years to renovate the building, and now we will be applying for our inspection and certificate of occupancy before Black History Month ends. Hopefully we'll pass that without too many hiccups, and then we will start decorating the inside of the building.
Decorate.
Please send in your donations. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy, paypal.me/FDMG Academy, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Checks and money orders payable to P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. For all of you who are sending me regular monthly donations, we need you to start that up again. I asked you guys to hold off when we got debanked. I asked you guys to hold off back in August when we got debanked. Okay, we are no longer debanked. We are now with a black bank. So please start those automatic donations again. We depended on those donations to get these renovations done, and we're going to depend on those donations to get these decorations done to furnish the school, the desks, the books, all the supplies we need for our children, school uniforms, you name it. So please start back up with the donations. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. So celebrating 100 years of Black History Month and celebrating the completion, finally, of the renovations at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy.
The renovations are complete, y'all. The renovations are complete, all right? After the long, hard years of struggle and the YouTubian struggle streamers coming to take him down and the white power structure trying to take him down and the pretendians and the haters and the detractors and everybody else. Now, finally, he has the school ready. Amazing.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. So let's go to the text messages. Again, if you have a question, text me your name.
All right, y'all. So he doesn't talk about FDMG, I think, maybe till toward the end of this. This is like almost like a 2-hour freaking Black Teleconference, right? So like I said before, do y'all want to keep going with the Black Teleconference, or do y'all want to stop right here and end it with the FDMG announcement? All right, y'all let me know down in the live chat what y'all want to do. We can stop right here and call it, or we can keep going with the Black Teleconference and see what the people are talking about that call in. So I'll give y'all a few brief moments. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do down there, okay? Y'all let me know. All right. And while y'all are coming up, while y'all are let's see, where is it? While you guys are letting me know or getting your thoughts together how you want to do this, what I'd like to do is take a break or a pause, by the way, take a pause. And we can take a short break, if you will, all right? So you know what I'm about to turn up, right? I don't know, Shad the Kogo, I don't know if he's up in here, okay? But we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, right? Y'all want to keep cooking? Let's see here. 9452 said keep going. What about the rest of y'all think? What do the rest of y'all think? Y'all want to keep going or what? Huh? We're gonna keep it going or what? We can keep going with the Black Teleconference, or we can end it right here with the FDMG announcement. What y'all want to do? Okay? Y'all let me know. But while y'all let me know down in the comments, okay? While y'all let me know down in live chat, what we're gonna do is we're going to take a pause for the call, like I said, and we're gonna hit you with none other than the Room 130. So I'm gonna let y'all get down in the live chat and tell me what's up. But again, y'all want to keep going, or do you want to stop right here with the FDMG announcement? Do y'all want to keep going with the parent-teacher conference? Let me know. And while y'all let me know down in live chat, we're going to hit y'all with the 130. Let's go with it. Shout out to Kogo.
Umar Johnson to stay. This was the exact room. Room 130.
people. Great work today.
Lights are rolling on a movie set today. Action cutting down the back and things away. Heading to the red roof in room 130. Homie gonna sponge my hair real nice and make me look real pretty. Rose over hoes, that's how we roll. Turning down the heat, you know where we meet. At the red roof in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130. Drink so big they barely fit the silver screen. Director yells, but as we end another scene. Red roof nights with me and the homie B. Sponge my hair all night. Probably won't get no sleep. Rose over hoes, that's how we roll. Turning down the heat, you know where we meet. At the red roof in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130. At the red roof in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130.
Okay. So one person said to stop the teleconference. Don't do the teleconference. Two more people said to do it. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to keep going. If I start seeing people fall off, we'll cut it and we'll end the stream, all right? But before I do, there is a comment. No, people comment on my videos by Umar Johnson. The standard comments that you would get from somebody that maybe a supporter of Umar Johnson, or maybe they're a supporter of the Red, Black, and Green movement, the Pan-African movement. But I just got a comment on one of these videos, and I got to put this up. Okay? This is on the video I did, the live stream I did about silencing the haters. Okay? Let me make this. I want to show y'all this comment. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Says right here. He says, y'all weirdos need to find something else to do besides stalk Dr. Umar. All y'all YouTubers can easily be exposed because the truth is none of you stalkers are concerned about the black community or any donors. Every single Dr. Umar stalker is either 1, jealous, 2, looking to make money off of Umar's name, Or 3, offended by Umar's rhetoric. Not one of you crazy ass YouTubers are authentic. The thing you all have in common is y'all are scared. Y'all are scared of white folks. Where is it? So, I'm scared of the white man. I'm scared of the white power structure. I'm jealous of Dr. Umar. I'm looking to make money off of Dr. Umar's name. And I'm offended by his rhetoric. I'm offended by Dr. Umar Johnson's rhetoric. And we're easily exposed because of these 3 points he has made up. Okay. We got to find something else to do besides stalk Dr. Umar. This might be, y'all weirdos need to find something to do. Now, judging by the thumbnail here, I don't know if this is a Caucasian man or maybe a mixed race African, as Umar Johnson would say. But so I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Dr. Umar. I want to make money off his name. Well, I was making money on this channel before I started talking about Dr. Umar. Okay? But to be honest, okay, Dr. Umar Johnson to me is a cancer for the black community. And exposing him, I don't care if it makes money or not, people need to know about this. Just if it was like any other African-American man that has been scamming the black community. If you look at a lot of these politicians out here lately, have you seen some of them? In some of the, and we all talk about the federal elections and we all talking about, 47 and all that. But we're nobody's talking about the local elections or the local politicians, the mayors, these inspector generals, these district attorneys, these governors, okay, that are African-American, that are scamming the community just as bad almost as Dr. Umar. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Okay? Scamming people, taking, campaign funds, taking money from, COVID relief and stuff like that. And they're, I can't even name, there's so many. Okay? And not only are they stealing from the black community, but they're making black politicians look bad. And they're making it harder for the honest black politician that actually wants to make a difference in his community. Okay? So, Mr. Cali 0790, I might be a weirdo, okay? But I'm not taking the black community for millions of dollars. I'm not taking money from the black single mother that needs all her money to take care of her kid. We're not strafing off the hope that these women can take their children to this funky ass school and raise their children to be nation builders. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's get back to Dr. Umar and the Black Parent Teleconference, shall we? Let's go.
In your city, if you have a question about your child, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. If you have a question about your son or daughter, if we don't get many questions, we will end the session early today. All right. This is all about black children. We don't focus on our children enough. Okay. So, any questions about black children, text them to me. For my HBCU and PWI students, for my HBCU and PWI students, for my HBCU and PWI students, I need an official letter of invitation from your organization's faculty advisor or a university staff member. I need an official letter of invitation from your organization's faculty advisor or other university administrator in order for me to take your invitation seriously. So make sure they send that to me, princeofpanafricanism@gmail.com. We spell Africa with a K. princeofpanafricanism@gmail.com. And we spell Africa with a K.
By the way, the poll, is FDMG ready for inspection? All right, 136 people have voted. 4% said yes. 72% said no, and 24% said yes for a certificate of the bandos. Please get your vote in. All right, thank you very much for participating in the poll, everyone. Again, if you want to donate to the channel, hit the super chat, hit the Cash App, join the channel membership down below. Let's continue.
Hello?
Good morning, Sister Mecca. How are you?
I'm well.
Good to hear your voice, woman. It's been many, many years.
You might have me mixed up with somebody else. I've never spoken with you before.
My apologies. I know a Mecca Shabazz from New Jersey who relocated to Atlanta. So when you called, it showed Mecca Shabazz and it said Atlanta. So I thought you were her. My apologies. Are you, in fact, calling from Atlanta, sister?
I am.
All right. All right.
Man, this man been talking to so many women. He don't even know who the fuck he's talking to.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Now he's saying, oh, well, I met a Shabazz and they were in New Jersey and they moved to Atlanta. Are you Shabazz? Are you in Atlanta? He done forgot who he talking to. Wow.
Welcome. Go right ahead with your question.
My question is, my son is in the 10th grade.
Public school, charter school, private school, parochial school?
Public school.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes advanced AP.
Oh, okay. We got a hater in the chat. Let's see here. Wells 19847 says, you want to be Lenon Honor so bad.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Okay, well, let's address that real quick, shall we? For one, I do not have the audience or the numbers that Lenon Honor has, okay? And like I said before, I just started doing Umar Johnson content, but I'm actually doing other content. If you've been on my channel, if you see my channel, I just started doing Umar Johnson content, but I actually mixed this with a whole bunch of other stuff, okay? Mostly, what was it? I would say, what is it? Social media topics, stuff like that. And also, actually, I also have a sports channel, by the way. It's called Welcome to Normie. It's called Normieville. So I actually have a sports channel too, which I haven't done in a while, but I actually also do sports. So I don't have the audience that Lenon Honor has. I don't have the subscribers that Lenon Honor has. I don't have the audience of the people. Okay. So, and I'm not Lenon Honor. I'm not trying to be Lenon Honor, okay? Because I don't want to just do Umar Johnson content. He wasn't doing just Umar Johnson content either. He was doing other stuff, I guess, that was family and male centered before he started doing Umar Johnson content. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to say that because I just started doing Umar Johnson content, and I reference Lenon Honor because, yes, I watch him a lot. So I do reference him, but I also reference KKC. I also reference, what's his name? What's the guy's name? I started watching him a while back too before he, went to other stuff. Monty Woodgrain. Who else? Antafos Fingali. Let's see, who else doing Umar Johnson content? ENJ. So there was a lot of people doing Umar content before I started. Okay. Oh, by the way, Cooking with Frank, he does Umar Johnson content, So, I mean, you might want to call me a grifter. I don't know. I mean, that's fair, I guess. But do I want to be Lenon Honor? No. I want to be the working man. Okay? So let's continue.
Classes. And I believe that the upperclassmen in the classes, because the classes are upperclassmen, are messing with him. And I don't know how to address that. I keep, like when I ask him how his day went or if anything's bothering him, I can't get him to open up and let me know if he's having any issues. I just wanted to know your advice on that. Like, how do I continue to encourage him to take these advanced classes and be around upperclassmen, but then give him the proper knowledge to deal with maybe bullying or feeling uncomfortable being around upperclassmen.
So let me ask you a question, Sister Mecca. Has he expressed interest in being removed from the class?
No.
Okay, so that's not an issue, which is good. Number two, the school that he attends, the students are primarily of what ethnicity?
Black.
Okay, mostly black. What about the teachers?
Black.
And most of the children in AP are also black?
Yes.
Okay. When you said they're messing with him, could you give me some specifics? What exactly are they doing?
He won't tell me specifically. I think it's just more they pick on him because he's in 10th grade and they're 11th and 12th graders.
Okay, now when you say he won't tell you, how do we know he has a problem at all? So he did tell you that he's being picked on, but he won't tell you how.
Right.
Okay.
We had a conversation at one point where I kind of read in between the lines, I would say, where we were speaking about loyalty. And he was saying, you know, he will fight if his friends get in a fight and somebody's trying to jump them. And I was trying to explain to him that you don't need to be loyal to people who are causing trouble. Sometimes you need to not involve yourself in that. And then he went on to say that, well, they stick up for him if people are picking on him and vice versa. And I was like, well, what situation have you been in where they were picking on you? And he was like, just never mind, Mom. It just never mind. And I was like, is it because you're around upperclassmen? And that's where I kind of alluded to the fact that he might be getting messed with. And I don't really know how to get him to understand the importance of communicating with somebody, like just mental health wise, or let me be quiet and let you talk.
No, I'm glad you're sharing. It never hurts to have a child see a counselor, therapist, psychologist for 3 to 5 sessions just to investigate and see if there's anything there. So yes, I think you should allow him to see a counselor, therapist, or psychologist for 3 to 5 sessions just so they can do an assessment to determine whether or not there's anything there. Your son's self-esteem, how would you describe it? Is it low? Is it average like any other kid? Is it very high? What type of child is he? Is he an introvert? Is he an extrovert?
By the way, see, he the way he diagnoses these people, he says he's a school psychologist, clinical, whatever, blah, blah. And he continuously diagnoses children from over the phone, from Instagram Live, without being in an office, without being in front of the child, without having paperwork, without having prior medical records of these children's mental health or physical health, their background, schools they came from, any actual learning disabilities they have. These people, which probably single mothers, they come on here, and no shade to the women and the men sometimes, they come on here asking these questions. But again, they're doing it from a distance. They can't take this advice serious, can they? From a distance? Oh, by the way, FDMG School Scholar, they said Cook and Frank YouTube page is talking down. What you mean by that? Elaborate, if you will, in the chat, because I haven't seen Cook and Frank on in a while. I don't know if maybe he's got 9 to 5 like me, but I did find a lot of his stuff entertaining when he's talking about Umar. And he's been talking about Clarissa Shields and all that too. So, yeah, let me know. But back to this guy diagnosing people on Instagram Live. This can't be credible, right?
Extrovert? Is he a loner? Does he have a group of friends? Is he nerdy? Is he swaggy? Tell me about him.
I would say his self-confidence is average. I believe that he is an introvert for sure. He just moved to Atlanta in August after living in Pittsburgh with his father for the past 3.5 years. He's a smooth, handsome, swaggy young man. I don't think he has any problems making friends. I know he reconnected with his friends that he had in 6th grade. So,
any sexual identity issues that they could be trying to use against him?
No.
Okay. Question, you said he was living with his father for a few years. He just came back to live with you. Your relationship with your son, and the reason I'm asking you about that.
Hey, chat. Is the live stream going? I see my connection's getting bad. It says poor over here in the box. Can y'all hear me good? Is the video flowing or no? Because it's saying that my connection is getting very poor here. I might have to cut the stream. It doesn't look good right now. It says keep saying poor and it's getting all jumpy and oh man. I might have to cut the stream here. I'll give it a few more minutes, see if it improves. If not, I'll give it another minute or two. If not, I'm gonna have to cut the stream short because my internet connection is getting real spotty over here.
Is sometimes the problems in school could be an extension of the problems at home. Was he looking forward to moving to Atlanta? Did he want to stay with his father? How is his relationship with you?
I feel we have a good relationship, even though we haven't been able to live with each other for the past 3 years. He wanted to move back home with me and be with me.
And so how has it been since he's been back?
I would say he's still not acclimated yet. Like, I've grown during those 3 years, and I think it's just him getting used to me again and my temper. Like, we don't argue, we don't fuss, we don't fight. He's very respectful. He does everything I ask him to. Mm-hmm. He gets good grades. He made honor roll. So.
Man, this dude over here yelling and putting his hoodie on. By the way, FDMG School Scholar, I just looked it up myself. I just seen it. I guess his channel got terminated because of, it says Miss Shields got his page taken down, Mr. Skinny told us. Wow. His reach was that no far that Clarissa and them was actually watching his channel, all the stuff he was saying, and got his page taken down? Wow, because now I was talking about it, with all the Umar Johnson content, I hadn't seen him up in a while. His videos, he had some funny intros with smoke crack, don't you? His intros was cool, man. God, wow, they took his channel down. That's crazy. Wow.
I don't see an issue between us. I just know that we're not super close.
It may just be growing pains then. But you do want to communicate to him that unless he wants to communicate to you exactly how he's being picked on, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, because my next recommendation was going to be for you to write a letter of complaint to the principal requesting a meeting to address the situation. But if he's not going to tell you what's happening, there's not much you can do about it. You could still speak with the principal about it. You still could, because the reason he doesn't want to tell you is he doesn't want to get back to his classmates that he snitched to his mom, because then they'll use that against him too. So that could put him in an even worse social situation with his peers in the AP class if they come to find out that he told his mother about how he's being treated. They can really emasculate him then. That's why he's not telling you. It's not that he don't want to tell you. He don't want to risk that getting back to them, because things will get worse for him if it does. So I think you should still speak with the principal and just ask the principal or the teachers in the AP class, could they keep an extra special eye out because he's being taunted and bullied in there. He's not giving you specifics because he doesn't want it to get back to the students involved. So if they could just pay a little closer attention, or maybe they could pull him to the side.
All right, yo. I'm gonna cut the stream a little bit short here. We've been on here for almost an hour and a half, but y'all might be getting a good connection on y'all end, but on my end, the play here right now is very choppy. I can hear the sound good, but the video's not catching up. My internet and my Wi-Fi here, I don't know what's good. It's not good. So we're going to cut it off here. It is said right now the video for Umar Johnson, the teleconference at 17 minutes. I might come back with it tomorrow, the next day. If not, I'm definitely going to come back with, I'll probably do another live stream. I want to do something about Corey Holcomb. But in any case, thank y'all. Thank you for the donations. Okay. Thank y'all for your time. Again, the poll Okay, we're gonna close the poll out here in a minute, in a second. I can't open the poll. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, 154 votes. Is FDMG ready for inspection? 5% says yes, 73% says no, 23% says yes for a certificate of bando. So we're gonna end the poll right now. Thank y'all for your votes. Okay, and we're gonna close this out because the video's getting choppy and I want to save as much quality content as I can. All right. So on that note, thank you all for attending another episode, another live stream of the Working Man Podcast. All right. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. And of course, reality checks indeed are free. Okay. So with that being free, see you next time.